Brought to you by GTA, your island, your network.
It's the simple things that make a difference. And this past week, the ESGR invited a couple dozen employers locally for an educational luncheon at the Dusitani Guam Resort in Tumon. The Department of Defense agency is required to bring Guard and Reserve members, civilian managers, and supervisors to the table for the important discussion.
This is an opportunity for them, for us to give them some education, so to speak, on that law so that they recognize what their duties and responsibilities are in dealing with service member employees.
ESGR Chair David Sblon says with service members going on military duty or deployments at a moment's notice can be rather challenging for their employers to maintain operations.
Another issue with employers, of course, is the long deployments. They're in limbo, so to speak, and they're not sure exactly what to expect. Well, we advise them that you can certainly hire somebody to take over that responsibility, but it has to be temporarily because the law requires that that job must be preserved for the return of that service member.
In fact, he says things have only gotten better in recent years.
About 7-8 years ago, we used to be handling about 50 cases a year. We act as mediators between the service member and the employer, and we have 2 weeks to resolve any issues between them.
Cases that at times would progress further to the U.S. Department of Labor, he says, they often deal with military men and women having pay issues or no longer having their civilian jobs when they return from duty. However, Sblon says thanks to the program and the constant open line of communication, they now have a better understanding of just how to maintain compliance with the Uniformed Services Employment and Reemployment Rights Act.
Brought to you by GTA, your island, your network.